What is going on? Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Christian. For those of you who are new here, I run a cold email lead generation business, and I also run a coaching program that teaches people how to implement cold emails into their business so they can sign more clients and make more money. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. The point of this video today is to show you why cold email is the best opportunity to make money in 2023. So I'm sure you've heard about cold email before, right? Even if you haven't, you've heard about, making money online with marketing and drop shipping and e-commerce and all these different ways that you can, make 10, 20, 50K a month, all from your phone, all from your laptop, right? So you've probably seen these people online. They drive nice cars, they have nice watches, they live in nice apartments in Miami or Dubai or Los Angeles, right? But nobody ever really breaks down exactly how you can do what they do on a high level and start making 10 to 20 to 50K a month from your phone, right? So you're probably wondering, where do I start? I don't know where to begin. I have no experience with this. I hardly even know what a cold email is. Don't worry, I'm going to show you everything step by step in this video. So let's get into it. The very first part of a successful cold email campaign, before anything else, before the who you're targeting, before the scripts you're writing, before anything, is your offer. Now, what is an offer? It's the service you're providing somebody in exchange for their money, right? So this could be sales, it could be TikTok marketing, it could be Facebook ads, it could be YouTube ads. And if you're sitting here thinking, Christian, I have no clue, I don't have any skills, I'm not good at anything, right? The default offer I want you to go with, if you don't have any past experience, is to send cold emails as your offer, right? That's what I do for a living. That's what a lot of people I work with do for a living. All they do is send cold emails, right? For the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how to turn cold email into an offer you can sell to people online. So what makes a good offer, right? How do I package up my abilities as a cold emailer and sell it to someone, over an email, right? So a couple of things make a great offer. Number one, you want to have a quantifiable end result. And what do I mean by that? I mean, when you're pitching cold email, your end result is sales calls on that person's calendar. So how do you make that quantifiable? You say, I can book up to 10 sales calls on your calendar every month, right? It's extremely easy for them to conceptualize. Someone receiving that email can say, oh, Christian can book me 10 calls a month on my calendar. Yeah, that's something I want. It's quantifiable. It's tangible, right? That's a step one of a good offer. Step two is you want to have, well, some sort of social proof, right? Now, a lot of you, if you're just starting out, you don't have social proof, but what it would look like is we recently booked 15 calls for, XYZ agency, and we can do the same for you, right? You're proving to someone that what you do already works by stating the past experience you have doing it for somebody else. Now, if you don't have any case studies, that's where you want to have a guarantee in place. And what's a guarantee? You're promising them that you will get them a quantifiable end result, 10 calls a month, or they don't pay, right? So here's what a guarantee looks like. I can book 10 calls on your calendar each month, or you don't pay, right? There's no risk on their end. You're doing it guaranteed or they don't pay. So it's a lot easier to sell over email. And that's what makes a great offer, right? You've seen, Alex Hormozy talk about these offers a lot. It's a really common thing to have a guarantee because it's easier to sell in an email, right? So that's how you make your offer irresistible. That's how you get the conversions over cold email. So the first step is to have a strong offer. Now, if you are doing TikTok, Google, YouTube ads, you can still have a guarantee, but it's going to look a little bit different, right? So let's do TikTok ads, for example. What is the goal of a TikTok ad? It is to convert more customers for an e-commerce brand or some sort of store, right? Now, obviously, the guarantee has to be related to, sales for that store. So what you can say is, I can help you generate 50 grand in the next 60 days from my TikTok campaigns, or you do not pay, right? That is such a no-brainer offer for someone reading it. Someone's going to read that and say, this person can generate me 50 grand in the next 60 days, or I don't pay. Yeah, I might as well hear what they have to say, right? So this is how you make an irresistible offer. You need to sell something that people actually want in your cold emails, or else it's just not going to convert as well. So the very first step is figuring out what your offer is and how to make it a no-brainer for people that you're emailing. Now, this is all really high level stuff, right? You might still be saying, Christian, I don't know how to actually send cold emails to begin with. Why are you talking about offers, right? I'm going to show you how to send cold emails here in a minute, but I wanted to start with this section because offers are the building block of any cold email campaign, and you need to understand what a good offer is if you want to send good cold emails. So keep this in the back of your mind as we move into the next section where I will talk about how you can actually set up a good cold email campaign. So let's dive in. All right, so now that you have your no-brainer offer in place and you're ready to start sending emails, the very first step is to write scripts. And this is where my personal expertise lies. I'm really good at writing scripts. I've done it for countless clients. I've made, my clients tens of thousands of dollars sending cold emails by writing their scripts. So here's how you write a great cold email script, right? First, you have to have a strong subject line. So when you're in your email inbox, you can go do this right now. Go to your Gmail, go to your Outlook, and look through your list of emails. You probably have hundreds of them, and pick out what are emails that you would actually open based on the subject line. And I guarantee you, those subject lines are short, they grab your attention, and they pique your curiosity, right? So, what are some examples of a strong subject line? Well, we always use quick question. It just works time and time again. If someone sees quick question in their inbox, you're like, okay, yeah, let's see what this person's asking me. Two, you could do something like thoughts, Christian, where if someone reads this, they're like, okay, this person said my name. They're asking what my thoughts are. Let me go check it out, right? Every single subject line I'm showing you is really short and to the point. It grabs your attention and it gets you to open the email to see what the email actually says. Another great example is slash name, intro. And what this one is basically making it seem like this is a warm introduction with the person, even though you don't know them and they're a stranger, but Christian slash Tom, right? Intro. If Tom sees this email in his inbox and it says Christian slash Tom intro, he's like, okay, who is Christian? I've never heard of Christian, but there's an intro here. Let me see if someone referred me over to him and let me see what he has to say, right? So all of these email or subject line examples pique your curiosity. They're short and sweet and they're going to get you to open the email. So once you have a good subject line, the next thing that's going to get someone to open the email is the personalization. Once again, go into your Gmail inbox and you'll see before you open an email, even if it's on desktop or on your phone, you're going to see the subject line and you're going to see a little snippet of preview text of the email. Now, the subject line piques curiosity. You want the preview text of the email to also pique your curiosity. So, what's a way to do that? You can say something like, really impressed by companies' recent growth. Keep up the great work. So if someone's reading this in their Gmail inbox, they see quick question, really impressed by company's recent growth, dot, 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 right? Because that's all it's going to show them in the preview. They're going to be like, oh, this person, they really did the research. They noticed I'm a growing company. Let's see what they have to say, right? Another great example is, um, let's say we're targeting, I'm in Tampa. Let's say we're targeting restaurant owners in Tampa. We could do something like, was searching, right? So now this person sees what's searching for the top restaurants in Tampa and dot dot dot, and they're like, "Oh, I'm from Tampa. I'm a restaurant. Let me see what this guy has to say." Right? So get creative with this, but make sure every single email you send is super personalized. And I'll get more into detail later on in this video, and I have a bunch of other videos on my channel that goes over this. But just for the sake of time, I want to move on to the body copy. So you want your body copy to be a no-brainer. I was talking about no-brainer offers earlier in this video, and you want it to be quantifiable. So here's what that looks like. Say you're sending cold emails as a service, you want to make the body copy something like this. We can book 10 calls, quantifiable, on your calendar every month. You're now quantifying the amount of calls, 10 calls a month, how frequently, every month. And then you want it to be a no-brainer. So we can book 10 calls on your calendar every month, or you don't pay us. This is a no-brainer. Someone reading this, even if you have no experience at all, is going to read this email and be like, oh, yeah, okay. This person can book calls from me, or I don't have to pay, or I only pay when the call is booked. No-brainer. It's quantifiable. It's going to get you replies. So moving into the call to action. The call to action is basically the way you wrap up your email, and you always want it to be a question, right? And I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So you want your call to actions to be low barrier and conversational, and here's what that looks like, right? You always want your email to end in a question because you want the prospect, the person reading the email, to take an action on it and go take a next step, right? Reply to your email, book a call, learn more. You want to end it in a question, and you want the question to be conversational, like I'm showing you here. So here's a full example of what an email would look like. Quick question. Hey, first name, really inspired by your growth. We can book 10 calls on your calendar each month, or you don't pay. Recently, we helped XYZ book 15 calls, and I'm confident we can help you too. Are you interested in discussing further? That's a killer cold email. It's going to get replies. I've used it personally and it works. So that's basically it, guys. Have a good subject line and a good preview text that hooks them in. Have a good body copy with a quantifiable result and a guarantee to get them interested in learning more. And then hook them in or reel them in the last part with the call to action where you're saying, are you interested in learning more? Open to discussing further. And this combo that I'm showing you here will get you replies to your cold emails, even if you're a complete beginner. So I want to dive into more in the next section, but script writing is my personal expertise, and this is what I will be teaching you inside of a course called Cold Email Mastery. You can hit the link in the description if you're interested in learning more. The whole point of the program is to teach you how to make 5 to 8 to even 10 grand a month sending cold emails that I'm showing you here on this video, all from your phone with complete time independence, complete location independence. I can work from anywhere in the world on my phone at any time I want, and I want to show you how you can do the same. Cold Email Mastery, link in the bio if you're interested in learning more. Let's move on to sending the actual emails and building a list of prospects. All right, so at this point, you've launched your campaigns, you have the scripts, you have the list of leads, you have your domains, you're sending emails, and now you actually get replies to your email, right? Some random person that you've never met replied to your email and they're interested, right? So you think your job is done. Not quite. It's not quite time to celebrate yet. You still have to book the call on calendar, right? So once someone replies to your email, they're probably going to say something like, tell me more. I want more info. When are you available, right? It's not always going to be, here's my calendar, book a call. It's going to be a little bit more complex than that, but I'm here to show you how you can combat that and still get the call booked with a prospect. So if someone says, tell me more. So for the case of cold email, like booking 10 calls a month on your calendar, all you're going to want to do is this, right? Instead of sending out a whole paragraph to them explaining what you do, give them a little bit of a tease and then tell them, I'll explain further on a call. When can we talk, right? So if you say, we can book 10 calls a month on your calendar, they say, tell me more. You say, here's how it works, right? So name, great to hear from you. In short, here's how it works. We'll build a list of prospects you want to work with. Then we'll write scripts to get them interested in your offer, much like the email I sent you. Now, instead of just elaborating and sending them a whole essay, what you're going to want to say is the best next step is to hop on a quick call to discuss further. How does tomorrow or Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern work for you, right? So when I say your job is not done, this is what I mean, right? Just because they responded doesn't mean they agreed to a call and agreed to pay you yet, right? You're just getting them interested. Now you have to actually book them in on a call. And the easiest way to do this is by suggesting, the best next step is to hop on a call to discuss further. How does tomorrow or Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern work for you? You want to make it as low barrier as possible for the prospect to agree to a call with you, or else they're probably going to ghost you and you're not going to hear back. That's the unfortunate reality of it. But be direct. Give them times that actually work for you on your calendar or your client's calendar, and they will respond back and say, oh yeah, Friday works better. Let's book it in. Once you receive confirmation of a time, then you take your calendar and you actually book in a time with them, invite them with their email address, and get the call set up, right? So once again, it's not as cut and dry as this, but you want to, lead the prospect to a call in as few steps as possible. And if you get ghosted at this stage and you're just not hearing back from them, don't just get discouraged and give up. Follow up with them as many times, and I say as many times because I mean it, as many times as you need to get the call booked, right? So say this guy's name is, I don't know, Todd, right? Todd, you don't hear back from him, 2 days pass by. You're going to follow up again and say, hey, Todd, hope you had a great weekend. How does, tomorrow or Wednesday work for that call? If not, feel free to suggest a few times that work with you, right? If you still don't hear back, 4 days pass, say, still interested in discussing how we can book X call, 10 calls for you, Todd. If you still don't hear back, 5 days later, hit him again with, 5 days pass. Is everything all right, Todd? Right. So you want to follow up with them as many times as it takes to get them to say, yes, I want to get on a call, or to tell you to screw off, which is fine. You want to get a yes or no answer out of Todd, right? Now, you don't want to email Todd every single day until they respond back, because they're going to get pissed off and angry and not want to talk to you. But if you space it out 2 days, 4 days, 5 days apart, Todd is going to be a lot more open to talking with you and booking a call. So literally, we've booked calls 20 after 20 follow-up emails with somebody. So don't get discouraged by this. Keep following up, keep going. And then once you finally get that call booked, you did your job, right? If you're working for a client, they're going to pay you for that call, or they're going to pay you once that call turns into a deal. And if you booked a call for your own business, you now have a sales call on your calendar. And you can go prepare by watching sales content on Twitter, on YouTube, and get ready to close that deal. So my work here is done. The call is booked. That's where cold email comes, and cold email kind of wraps up, is once that call is booked. Now you're going to want to put your full focus towards sales and closing a deal. So my work here is done. Hopefully this was all helpful to you. I wanted to show you how you can actually start a cold email business from scratch in this video. If you want more information, go to the link in the description to learn more about cold email mastery. We will be teaching you way more in depth than this video. This video was probably 20 minutes. Cold email mastery will be 8 to 9 hours of content showing you how to actually do this and make money from it, just like we do, with complete time independence, complete location independence, all from your phone, and make, 100 grand a year doing this. So hopefully this was helpful. Talk soon. I'll be back with a new video shortly. I love making videos for you guys. So yeah, drop a like, stay tuned, subscribe, and talk to you soon.